Hello, good evening. This is Kenya Rockman, the author and founder of the Child Support Hustle and the Reform Child Support Now movement. I hope everyone is doing well on this Veterans Day. I want to salute all the veterans out there. Let me grab this real quick. I want to talk about, just real quick, I'm sorry for coming on so late, but it was a busy Veterans Day for me. I don't know about for you all, but for me it was. Thanks for joining. When you join, please give me a thumbs up. I truly appreciate it. I want to thank everybody for subscribing to my channel and for sharing and for liking and everything, and really giving me positive feedback. Let me know that the information that I'm putting out is helping you guys, and I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna continue as long as it's helping, the information I put out helps, I'm gonna continue to put it out. So thank you very much. And thank you too for signing the petition. I'm gonna keep pushing it out. I'm gonna tweet it to President, and hopefully when we get enough signatures, they'll call us up and we will get those arrears erased, the ones that's owed to the government. So we do have a mission, and hopefully we'll have the mission completed very soon. That's one down and a few more to go. Hi, Fred. So as y'all can see in the title, I'm talking about these bullies, AKA child support caseworkers. And over the years, everybody in every state always says, my name is Kenya, C1, Kenya Rockman. So everybody has a horror story from every state about child support, the caseworkers, whatever. Michigan, the friend of the court, is one that I've heard about since day one. Besides Ohio, I have my own horror story, but Michigan is one that kind of up there on my list. I kind of have a 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way down to 50. Michigan's up there, probably in my top 5. So once again, I'm talking about Michigan again. So it's only right that I talk about a disabled veteran going through this, since it's Veterans Day. And he's going through this right now. I asked him permission if I can talk about his story. Of course, I'm not going to say who he is or anything like that. So they're bullying this veteran. Okay, so he contacted me because he's being sued for child support. And he had watched the video that I made, and I put the link to that video in the description, because I go into way more detail than what I'm going to go into on this video about how veteran benefits, disability benefits are not supposed to be garnished. Hi, thank you, Howard. I appreciate that. I think that's my first one, my second one. Thank you. I don't even know what they're called, but thank you so much. But disability compensation benefits are exempt from garnishments for child support for one simple reason, and that is those benefits are because a veteran was injured or hurt, while they were performing service for the military. It is not based on work or duties, and they didn't earn income, and that's how they received this disability. So it's two separate streams of money that comes in. So I talk about that in more detail with more resources. So if that's happening to you and you want to find out more, I'll put the link in the description. But so this veteran was contacted by the friend of the court. He was told, after watching my video, told the caseworker, hey, there's a process to this. You have to contact the VA, and the person has to complete an apportionment that has to go to the VA. The VA has to approve the apportionment. If that apportionment or that request for child support causes that veteran financial hardship, then they will either disapprove the request, or they will make the amount something that the veteran can afford and still be able to provide their basic needs. So there's a process to that. So if a caseworker tells you, no, we can garnish your disability benefits, this is not including retirement, this is strictly disability compensation, then they're not telling you the truth. So, but as more vets, including this father, are finding out, caseworkers are still threatening to use disability compensation as income when calculating child support payments. When he was first contacted about the child support complaint, he told them that he was disabled and suffered from severe PTSD. So I don't know how many vets I have on here, but it's not a simple process to be awarded disability from the VA. If they say that you're if you have severe PTSD, then you probably do. Like, there's a process. You have to go to doctors and everything like that. So once the VA declares that you have severe PTSD, you shouldn't have to go to other doctors or prove it to child support or whatever, or whoever. That should be enough for them. But of course it's not. It would be for anything else, but for child support, we know it's not. So the child support caseworker told him that he still had to pay child support. Again, he watched my video and reached back out to them and told them that he knew the benefits were exempt from garnishment. The caseworker said that they were not exempt. The vet filed complaints with the regional and federal child support agencies. I always suggest that if you have a problem with the local agency, that you contact the regional office. First, you contact the supervisor at the local agency, then the regional office, and then the federal office. If you skip contacting the supervisor, they're just going to send you right back. So those 3 steps. And sometimes they'll work your case, and sometimes they'll send you back to the office that you're complaining about, which happened to this vet. As they so often do, the regional federal agency sent his complaint back to the very FOC office that he was complaining about in the first place. Again, that happens so often because there's no accountability within the child support system. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. But before they refer him back to Michigan, they send him an automatic email that reads in part that, quote, the Office of Child Support Enforcement administers policies and procedures to help states and tribes develop, manage, and operate their child support programs effectively. Our office does not have direct access to your case, end quote. So this is the federal office. They're in charge of everything. They're supposed to monitor everything. They come up with the policies. They come up with everything. So they're the federal government. They oversee the entire national child support program. They can access any case at any time if they need that access. And in a case where a disabled veteran is being told incorrect information, they should be able to access that case file. So that's just an example of the automatic email that they send back and says that they say that they don't have access. I know for a fact, when I was helping people with filing the complaints, which I don't do anymore, I know that they have direct access to these cases. That's a fact. So that's just a general email that they're going to send back. So that's what I say so often, you have to advocate for yourself. They're going to tell you no initially, that you can't do anything, and they're going to send you back packing. But there is something that they can do, but you have to be a strong advocate for yourself. If you know that they're violating your rights and you know that what they're doing is wrong, and they try to send you back without any resolve, you keep going forward until you get to who you need to get to and talk to who you need to talk to, and you get the results that you are seeking. And that's not just with child support, that's with anything. So this is what I'm saying. The lack of accountability within the entire child support enforcement program is one of the greatest problems today. And I've seen this over and over again. There's nobody looking over anybody's work. It's like it should be declared a national emergency, because all of this no accountability, the ones that suffer the most are the children. And not only in the child support program, but then you got to look at the shared parenting program, the family court as a whole. Nobody is saying or stopping these atrocities that occur because of all the money that's involved. There's nobody that goes behind them to make sure they're following the guidelines, the statutes, the laws, or even the Constitution. Just nothing. And the lack of accountability has allowed everyone from caseworkers up to the judges and even some legislators to run amok within the system. And this system controls every aspect of a person's life, from family to work to recreation to freedoms to travels. Can't get your passport, simply everything. There needs to be accountability. When somebody has that much control over somebody, there has to be somebody watching their work. You can't run anything like that, or you have a mess like we have. So back to this father. The father referred back to the very office that he was complaining against, and he receives the following message from the very same caseworker that started when he started. So, quote, "I confirm with our policy staff that you are correct. The VA benefits cannot be directly withheld from your VA benefit check. However, benefits are counted as income through our child support formula, which is created by the state court administrative office. Per case notes, the FOC did explain to you that they would not directly withhold from your VA benefits check. You would be responsible for remitting payment on your case if you are ordered to pay child support," end quote. Now you see why I chose to title this video what I chose to title it. They don't even have the case established yet. They haven't even established the case. So there's nothing even in writing. There's no court order or anything like that. And they're threatening his benefits. He's already suffering from PTSD, and the caseworker doesn't even know the policy and has already started bullying tactics. It must be just me, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if you're hired to do a job where you're in complete control of someone's life, finances, and freedom, etc., shouldn't the person who hired you make sure you know the policies that you're reinforcing as part of your duties? So if I'm hired to garnish somebody's income or checks or whatever, shouldn't I know the policies that I'm going after that person for? Why doesn't the caseworker know that? And there's emails back and forth. This father has sent me several correspondence back and forth. So I'm just quoting from a couple emails that I received. So if you can do this, what you're telling this father that you can do this severely disabled PTSD veteran, that you can do this, then establish the case and then go forward. What's the point of going sending email after email after email after email, threatening to take the money? Just go forward and then sort it out. But you can't do that if you don't know the policies. That's Michigan, friend of the court. If you look at, okay, wait a minute. Technically, the uninformed caseworker was correct. And according to 2021 Michigan Child Support Formula 2.01a, the term net income means all income, excuse me, minus the deductions and adjustments permitted by the manual. A parent's net income is used to calculate support and will not be the same as the person's take-home pay, net taxable income, or similar terms that describe income for other purposes. It's just that simple. If we look at section 2.01c of the manual, it states that income includes, and this is for military, this is all for military, but includes but is not limited to military specialty pay, allowance for quarters and rations, housing, veterans administration benefits, GI benefits other than education allotments. If they try to take your GI Bill, any kind of education money, they can't, or drill pay. Notice that the manual says Veterans Administration benefits and not Veterans Disability Compensation. This can be worded like that for two reasons. Thanks for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. And thanks for staying with me. I know this is a lot of information, but you know, my stuff, I like to put some links in there, some references, so you can go back And if you're advocating for yourself, you can go and know what you're talking about, have the stuff laid out. So you get a caseworker like this caseworker who is not up on the policies, and you can probably, help them out with their job. This is the policy, because they're still doing it. This is not new. What I'm talking about right now is not new. So this is why they probably put Veterans Administration benefits instead of Veterans Disability Compensation in their manual. As one, because the IRS.gov says disability benefits received from the VA should not be included in your gross income. The IRS says this. So one agency says one thing, another agency says another thing, just so that they can work around what the law says, so they can collect this money. Now, keep in mind, in a lot of these cases, these are Title 4D cases, meaning they are welfare cases, or the debt, the arrears are owed to the state, the government. So the child will never receive this money. This is a debt on paper. So any money collected is going to the government. It's not reaching the children. So keep that in mind. If the IRS doesn't consider disability compensation from the VA gross income, neither should states for child support purposes. Hold on, y'all. Let me get my water. Y'all know I gotta stay hydrated. So, again, I'll say that payment is a benefit based on injury or illness, not based on work performed while on duty in the military. That's the whole bottom line. These benefits are considered income when retirement benefits are included with the disability benefits. Period. I don't know why they make it more difficult than it is. Again, you can watch my other video and I explain that in more detail. Number two, Veterans Administration benefits are not exclusive to disability compensation. So that term can refer to many benefits that can be considered income based on, what the veteran is receiving. There's just a ton of benefits out there that can fall under that umbrella. On the VA.gov website, there's an extensive list of benefits that, like I said, can be used for child support calculation purposes. Some are home loans, insurance, vocational rehab, and employment. So maybe not on the surface like a home loan. You can't go in and garnish a home loan for child support, but maybe some programs underneath that, because we know that they play with words. They will fix a statute or a manual to work around what the federal law says. We see it every day. So I'm sure that there are more, but I could not, while I was doing the research, I didn't look further, but I'm sure they're there. Anyone involved with the child support systems know that if they can get the money from a paying parent, they will make a way to get that money. That includes adding and deleting certain words to include or exclude monies exempt from being touched or counted. This argument about whether veteran disabled compensation benefits should be excluded from garnishments and child support calculations, like I said, is not a new one. But if you ask me, it is a simple argument to resolve. I can't even believe in 2021, this is still something that is being talked about. They need to have a huge meeting, Skype or whatever, with Zoom. Everybody that works for child support, get on there and discuss it. So this is not something that is discussed in 2022. You can't garnish VA disability benefits for child support. That's the law. The federal government said that it's exempt, again, because it's not based on work. I keep saying that again and again, because when somebody, if you're going through it or somebody that goes through it, they say, well, why not? It's that simple. It's not based on work. But but say that the disabled veteran is receiving an extra amount of money because they are claiming a child as their dependent, then they will get extra money because of that dependent. But that doesn't really happen because usually the custodial parent is the one that claims that child as a dependent. So I have an example. So let's say by the 2021 scale, there's a vet that's 50% disabled and receives $905.04 for one child. For one child, they receive $963.04. That's $58 a month extra, and then they will receive $48 per month for each additional child. At the most, the state should be able to do is garnish or have that parent pay what they're receiving extra as a disability for a dependent on their disability check. They should be able to take that money and have it sent over to the parent, to the other parent. So because that's one of the arguments that comes up, because a parent will get disabled veteran, the non-custodial parent will get compensation because of a dependent child. But as you can see, it's $68 or $58 and $48. So if you're going to take that money, then say that. But they don't do that. They just calculate it by income, which is going to make the monthly payment way more than $58 or $48. So again, the child support system is one that allows people in charge to go by their own rules, and there is no one held accountable when the laws are supposed to govern this nation are violated. The caseworkers are permitted to bully disabled veterans with serious mental and physical health issues such as PTSD just because they can and without any repercussions. It's been time for elected officials to enforce the same standards on these employees that are in place for every other government employee and even more. This is because child support caseworkers and other officials are in charge of so much of a person's life. We have people in charge of people's lives like that, like pilots. They have people's lives in their hands. Doctors, people's lives in their hands. Caseworkers have people's lives in their hands. We know that there are so many non-custodial parents that commit suicide because of this court system. No justice. We know people that die in jail that shouldn't even be in jail because they didn't have their right to due process. So you have this system destroys lives because it's not operating the way it's supposed to, because people are not being held accountable. So we have a whole problem. So, and then on Veterans Day, people will, scream how much they love veterans and, thank you for your service, but we can't even get the basics down and have the people that are supposed to take care of something, a government program, they're still going to harass a veteran. So a regular civilian has no chance. Thank you for the likes, guys. So again, I want to say happy Veterans Day to my veterans out there. I want to share a card. I did get one. My nephew said happy Veterans Day to me, and I did receive a card. And look at the little flag. Can you guys see it? And it says, thank you for your service. Isn't that cute? From Hunter. So I want to share that, and I want to share it with all the vets. So if you didn't get a shout out or you didn't get a happy Veterans Day, Hunter says happy Veterans Day. So that is my video for today. Again, thank you all for your support. If you need to contact me, you can. I put the link down there to my link tree. All of my social media, my website, everything is on there. I don't have a book to hold up, but if you want to get a copy of my book, The Child Support Hustle, you can get it. I have an ebook and I have it in print, both available on my website, thechildsupporthustle.com. My email, did I say my email already? I don't know, but I'll say it again, cshustle1@gmail.com. If you would like to donate, my Cash App is the $TSCH and the number 1. And I think that is it, and that is all. I thank you all for joining me. I thank you all for subscribing to my channel. If there's anything that you would like me to research and discuss and do a video about, you let me know, and I will try to look it up. Information is so important. Research is so important, especially when you're fighting for your rights. The more you know, the more informed you are, the stronger advocate you are for yourself and for others. So, as always, they can ignore hundreds, they can ignore thousands, but they cannot ignore millions. Let's go. Oh, let me look at the comments real quick. Somebody just said hi. Hi, CeeLo, or is that CeeLo? Hey, CeeLo, thanks for joining. What's that, Linda? Michigan Army veteran mother. Who? California is brutal. Yes, it is. California, but you know, California, they'll erase some arrears. They've done that before. Erased government owed arrears for a bunch of parents. Like, it was millions of dollars. I don't want to say hundreds of millions, but it was quite a bit. It's Sean. I don't know, Sean. I know quite a few Seans. But hey, how you doing? And again, thank you. What are those called? I don't know, but thank you, Howard. Again, I appreciate you. I'm gonna find out what those are called, but it's when you donate in the chat. Thank you. All right, y'all. Don't forget, share this video if you know of that. Share my other videos. If you know somebody that needs some child support information, let them know about my channel. Thank you so much. It's my passion, and I think that so many parents don't really know how the system works. So I like to put the information out, and it really is all about the children. You know, the government shouldn't be profiting off of children because they can. Oh, okay, Sean. Shoot, I don't know when that was, but I hope you won the case. I hope I was benefit. I hope we won the case. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and finish out my Veterans Day and just chill out. So yeah, I'll see y'all next video. Make sure y'all know these are turned on, so when I go live, y'all can join me. Okay, I wrote the letter for you. Did you win? Let me know, yes or no. So people, everybody know, like, fighting back for yourself, you can win those cases. When they tell you that there's no hope, you fight them back. Especially when you know your rights have been violated. All right, y'all. Yes, they stopped now. Okay, that's good. I like to hear that. I don't get to hear a lot from, well, I hear some from parents that I've helped over the years, but not a lot. So that makes me happy. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all night. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all keep fighting.